right at a certain place and time.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Swess Manchan, Swess Manchan Reacts. Hope everybody's doing well out there, staying safe, staying clean. But look, man, this right here is part 2 of Frank Ocean, Dear April reaction. Part of the thing that I like about Frank Ocean's music is a lot of the tracks that he makes, he designs them to where you have to listen to it over time. You have to listen to it over time and really get the full meaning of what he's trying to relay to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. It's been about a week. It has been a week, matter of fact, since he released Dear April and Cayendo. So I've let this song marinate for a whole week with me. You know what I'm saying? I let it sit. I got to really get some different angles and perspective on what this song could mean, what he could be talking about. Because it comes off at first as very ambiguous. You don't really know what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I want to give you guys a refreshed meaning of what I believe he could be talking about, what perspective he could have wrote this song from. Let me cue up this song and play. I'm gonna stop it as I want to explain what I think he could be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let me dissect it one more time for y'all, man, and give y'all some new perspective on this.
Dear April, the only face in the crowd that I know. Are you watching him? Are you watching him dance? Dear April, we were safe for a while. We were safe as the years flew by. Could take two strangers leaning left and right at a certain place and time. You took these strangers and got two strange lives. It made us new, took us through, woke us up. I believe that no matter what it make us do, take us through it, and wake us up again.
Yeah, so, okay, so I believe upon further review that Frank wrote this song from the perspective of a fan at one of his shows, at one of his concerts. And the reason I say that is because he gives us context clues that kind of let you know he's not talking about himself per se. You know what I'm saying? I think he wrote this in the perspective of a fan that's like in admiration of him while he's on stage at one of his concerts. You know, maybe it's like an open letter. You know what I'm saying? In the form of an open letter to whoever you know, wants to listen or has the time to even pay attention to. I feel like he used the month of April as a reference to a memory of being at that show. Maybe it was in the month of April, you know what I'm saying? Dear April, he's just fantasizing about that moment, you know what I'm saying? Really taking you on a journey to that time, to that specific place and time. Because the lyrics are so ambiguous, it makes you have to pay attention to the context clues that are within these lyrics. For instance, he says stuff like, the only face in the crowd that I know. You know, imagine being one of his fans and you're, you know, I don't know, let's just say 20,000 people at a show. I'm not sure how many people he actually has at this show. But let's just say 20,000 people at a show. You might be front row and you don't know nobody next to you, but you're all sharing this experience, but he's the only face in the crowd that you even know. I got that from that. it could be totally different. I'm not saying that my interpretation of it is correct. I'm just giving perspective, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving what I got from it as I was digesting it, you know what I'm saying? And he also said things like, are you watching him dance? Are you watching him dance? You know, watching him perform his songs, you know what I'm saying? I'm not sure how much real dancing Frank Ocean is doing during it, but I mean, imagine him rocking in one of his songs, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying he's on some Michael Jackson shit, but are you watching him dance? If you could take two strangers, lead them left and right at a certain place and time, like really just put yourself in the perspective of a fan describing watching Frank Ocean direct people left and right rocking at his show at a certain place and time. You know what I'm saying? His show starts at 7 p.m. at American Airlines Center. Those key phrases put you in the mind of, as a listener, like, okay, so these context clues telling me that he's at an event. This person, whoever's writing this, is whoever's perspective this is in is at an event. You know what I'm saying? They have to be at something because there's a lot of things going on that are describing somebody. You know, there's somebody's dancing is the only face in the crowd. You feel me? They're leading them left and right. And then I also believe this is like from, not necessarily from his perspective, because he says things like, I believe no matter what he makes us do, he'll take us through it. He'll wake us up again, you know? So that's like being the first person, like being in the shoes of the writer. So you're pointing out where he'll lead us through, he'll wake us up again. You know what I'm saying? This isn't from another person. You're supposed to submerge yourself as if you're looking through the eyes. You know what I'm saying? You know, and those thoughts are solidified by things that were said, like, we were safe for a while. We were safe for a while. And we were safe as the years flew by, alluding to the idea that Frank's music brought comfort to his audience and the fan base, you know, over the years. Just think about being one of Frank's fans since he dropped Nostalgia Ultra. That was, what was that, 2011, 2010, 2011, I think 11. As the years flew by, he was making us feel safe. He was making us, we were in a safe space listening to Frank's music. You know what I'm saying? That just goes to speak about the amount of comfort that his music has brought all of his fans and listeners. Just, you know, Frank speaks about very deep emotional content. You know what I'm saying? He's speaking about relationships. He's speaking about broken relationships, healing relationships. He's speaking about all these different things that we go through in the human experience. You know what I'm saying? Being very transparent about that. And that's helped a lot. It's helped me. It's helped me. I ain't got no shame in it. Frank needs to help me deal with, you know, and understand the human experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, we all go through things, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that first stanza of music that he just had right there really kind of let us know what he's talking about. Yeah, let's get to this second stanza, and I'm gonna break that down and tell you what I think that is too, man.
The same now, but you will make something new, and it'll take you through this. You can take two strangers, leaning left and right, at a certain place and time, and our two strange lives. It made us new, took us through, woke us up.
In that second stanza, he says, what we have won't be the same thing now, but we'll make something new, and it'll take you through this. You know, versus the first stanza, he says, it'll take us through. So now it's saying it'll take you through. So with it being from the first person perspective, imagine you know, this fan is writing this open letter, and now he's speaking about Frank directly, right? He's saying what we had won't be the same thing now, but you'll make something new, and it'll take you through this. It'll wake you up again, you know? So that's just acknowledging, you know, the focus shifts from being all inclusive and saying us and our and we to now it's saying you. I think that's a head nod into the direction of acknowledging that, you know, his music is also therapeutic for him himself. Frank has even admitted in interviews and things like that that, you know, he's very introspective about these different songs. Like, they're very personal songs. He's letting you into his own life. So as he's performing the song, it's therapeutic for him himself to even perform this because he's giving us his life. Let me know. Drop a comment down, man. Let me know if y'all rocking with me on this so far, man. Rock with me, man. Y'all let me know y'all's interpretation. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Music, the beautiful thing about music is music is open for interpretation. I don't believe that there's ever any right or wrong answer, unless there is definitely a right or wrong answer. But for something as open-ended and ambiguous as this song, it's all about interpretation. How do you digest it and interpret it as the listener, man? I mean, that's what I got from it. There's one more stanza left in this. Let's go ahead and get into that and see what the last stanza is talking about in contrast to the first two.
It'll take you through, it'll wake you up again. Just like you made me do, just like you took me through. You made me do, you took me through. You woke me up, woke me up.
So boom. That's the third stanza right there, man. I think the third stanza turns inward and is speaking directly to, it's giving the listener the perspective of the person that's writing the letter. The context clues to let me know that is, let's say, you made me new, you took me through, you woke me up, you know? So that's you know, the first person speaking about the first person. I believe that the writer made it a point to recognize that Frank's performances were beneficial to all parties that were involved. Him making the music, making the song, providing the performance for the listeners, all parties involved benefit from that. It's therapeutic for everybody that's involved. They repeated the themes of being made new, you know, it was bringing them all through, it was waking them all up. What you're doing is bringing everybody through, is waking us up, it's beneficial to everybody that has the time to listen and support you. You know what I'm saying? You support us and we support you. It's a thing. And waking up and being made new isn't to be taken literally. It's a analogy for being refreshed. You know what I'm saying? You go in there bearing all the weight of the world and, you know, all these different experiences that you've been through and not necessarily knowing how to process all of that. You listen to his music and his perspective, he performs for you, and you leave refreshed. He leaves refreshed, you know what I'm saying? He leaves better than he came in performing it because he's able to give his audience that piece of him, you know what I'm saying? And it's therapeutic for him as well. What y'all think about that, man? Y'all rocking with that? Y'all not rocking with that? Y'all feel like I'm on to something? Y'all think I'm way left? I ain't going nowhere with that. What y'all think, man? Let me know in the comments. Let me know, man. Give me feedback. I'm an open book. Music is a blessing, man. This is a form of self-expression. I think we all are a lot more alike than we are different. And music is one of the ways that we can connect and really understand that, hey, we all sharing the same experiences in different places, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's beautiful. That's why I love doing this. I love deep diving and giving y'all perspective, man. I think the more perspective that we're able to share with each other, we're better equipped to go forward and understand our neighbors. You know what I'm saying? I believe that life is about understanding our neighbors. When you understand your neighbors, you're able to better love them, and love is the most powerful force in the world, in the universe, should I say, in the universe. That's even better than the world, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger and better than the world. It's your boy, Swess Manchan. Like, comment, please. Share this with a friend that also loves Frank Ocean, that also loves music, that loves the psychology and the philosophy of life and music. That's what I'm here to give y'all, man. I'm giving y'all my soul right now. You feel me? Subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to grow. Y'all rock with me. Help me grow, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all family at this point. If you're watching this, you family, man. What's up, my brother? What's up, cuz? What up, cuz? That's all I got for y'all, man. This is part 2 of the Frank Ocean Dear April breakdown. Let me know if y'all liked it. Next on the agenda is Party Next Door, Party Mobile. I'm breaking that down tomorrow, man. Hopefully I have that out for y'all, finished and done in a couple days. Also, next on the slate is the Weekend After Hours album review. I have already heard it, so it won't be a reaction, but I will be giving y'all a review of how I felt about it. And even as a bonus, I'm gonna go ahead and compare the two, which one I like better, man. I'm gonna tell y'all already, off the top, I like Party Next Door's album better, but I'll tell you why on the review. So y'all rock with me, man. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for listening. Until next time.